July 1966, the meeting that changed Nigeria forever. In this historic paragraph stands the leadership of Nigerian first military government. At the center is Major General Johnson Thomas Omonnakwe Aguiyi-Ironsi, Nigerian first military head of state, following the January 1966 coup. Standing beside him are the 4 regional military governors: Lieutenant Colonel Hassan Usman Kastena, Northern Region; Lieutenant Colonel Francis Adekunle Fajuyi, Western Region; Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, Eastern Region; Lieutenant Colonel David Akpodo Ejo, Midwest Region. Looking at this photograph today, it is difficult to imagine that within a few months, Nigeria would descend into one of the darkest chapters of its history. The counter-coup of July 1966 would alter the course of the nation forever. Major General Aguiyi-Ironsi and Lieutenant Colonel Adekunle Fajuyi would be captured and died in Ibadan. Many military officers of the Eastern Nigerian origin were targeted and died across various military formations. Trust collapsed. Suspicion replaced unity. The Nigerian military, which was expected to be the symbol of national cohesion, became deeply divided along regional and ethnic lines. For many historians, one of the enduring debates of that period is whether Ironsi underestimated the depth of resentment that followed the January 1966 coup. Some believe he trusted too much in the chain of command and the loyalty of officers around him. Others argue that the forces gathering against his administration had already become too powerful to stop. What remains undeniable is that the event of 1966 laid the foundation for the Nigerian Civil War that followed from 1967 to 1970. The eye of Aguiyi-Ironsi and the Fajuyi remains symbol of loyalty, sacrifice, betrayal, and the tragic consequences of political and military division. More than half a century later, Nigerians still debate what happened. Who was responsible and what lesson should be learned? Yet, perhaps, the most important lesson is that nations rarely collapse overnight. They collapse when mistrust replaced dialogue, when power becomes more important than justice, and when citizens begin to see one another as enemies rather than compatriots. This photograph captures a moment when Nigerian military leadership stood together. History would soon pull them apart, and the consequences would shape the destiny of Nigeria for generations. Do you like this kind of story? Kindly follow me for more. Thank you.